Ah, ah, this unluck. Ah, it's making me feel undead. Thank you to our final patrons, Strawbones, Black Wolf, Red Wolf 4765, and Art Goon 555. Now, before we hop into this breakdown / live reaction to chapter 129 of Undead Unluck, please, if you leave your own thoughts on the chapter in the comment section down below. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, make sure to hit that little notification bell so you miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, I do a Patreon down below where you can support for as low as $1 a month to get things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. Now, let's hop into the live reaction. What's up, guys? All the pencil here, and here we are to do a live reaction to chapter 129 of Undead Unluck, which is known as Sacred Spirit Treasure. And call me a 7 Deadly Sins fan if you have to, but that sounds a little bit familiar. But enough of that, let's hop right into the chapter itself. Editing me, ready, 3, 2, 1, go. What's up, Gall? Gall? What's up, Gall? What's up, guys? Just so you know, I do got it on me at all times. Just so you also know, I keep them on me at all times. And just so you know, I can read. Sometimes. I don't know. I usually use audiobooks. But let's get right into it. Okay. There's one question that's been on my mind all this time. This indescribable sense of warmth that you continue to give me. Have I done anything to repay you for it? Just a fraction. 1 in a million's worth. That's called love, brother. You provide the love back. That's what you did for her. That's what you did. And also you wait around for multiple different Earth resets. I'm not sure how many Victor went through, but he went through a lot. A lot. Well, I think, was he just Victor in the older translation, or is he Victor now? I forget. I need to double check. But still, come on now, bro. You got some love in your heart. You know how you feel. You know how you feel. You know what it is deep down within your heart. Let's see. Not only have they fended off your abilities and survived a blast from your strongest weapon without a scratch, but without unburn, you were too close to them. You get burnt to a crisp in an instant. Sun is just 2 steps away from destroying Ark and stopping the loop from happening. 2 steps. Well, then again, if Sun steps, that's at least a town. That's at least that's at least a whole city block. A bare minimum a city block. A city block and a town are 2 very different things. But still, it's a lot. So 2 steps for Sun is very different for 2 steps from people like you and I. Golly gee willikers. I thought I walk long distances. Then I saw Sun. Let's see. Interesting. How are they viewing it like this? Is this what it looks like in their head? They're both in here right now. What's the body doing? I mean, I'm assuming this is just a visual representation, but in verse, are they just are they just standing there quietly? I don't know. Andy, tag me in. Interesting though, because I mean, I guess this is the experience versus abilities thing, right? Because Andy unlocked abilities that I'd say made him relative, if not superior, to Victor in some ways. But at the same time, this would not be Victor's first time holding up the loop. In fact, who knows? Considering it was usually Juiz in the seat, he probably did it himself a lot of the time. So he probably has some tips and tricks to slow him down for at least a couple minutes. Maybe not too long. I don't think it'll last too long, whatever he's going to try to do, but it'll hopefully last long enough, because if he's really a solid 2 steps dose, that's easy. That's light work. I get it, mass moves mass, and thus it'll probably take him a while to take those 2 steps, but a while, probably a solid 6 seconds. I ain't gonna lie to you. So it makes sense that Victor's hey, I'm sorry, bro. You did good, but not good enough. Tag me in. So let's see. I want to be there right by her side, tending to her elbow to the... Oh, right. Because for some reason, they didn't even click to me. But now this will be a genuine reset for her. I wonder... That's interesting, because she's used the arc so many times, so she's always been fine. Victor's been fine because he's lived through everything. Like, he lived through the reset of the earth, so he doesn't care. His memories were always going to be there. But Juiz, her memories have mainly been maintained because of going through the arc. So wow, this is, I didn't, for some reason it didn't hit me here or in any of the previous live reactions, but this is really her death. Like, obviously, the whole planet is being destroyed. That's what the loop is for. But in a literal sense, like, this is a woman who's been around for who knows how many cycles of the planet with Victor. Like, this was their journey, their legacy for the longest time. And then the way that Andy has taken over Victor's role, Fuuko is now taking over Juiz's. This is a sacrifice of all their hard work. This is obviously trusting in their other selves, or not other selves, I suppose, because they are different people, but trusting in a new generation here. And this isn't like, here you go, Sonny, you can drive the car now. This is, here you go, you decide the fate of the world now after I've done it. Like, that's crazy. I didn't even think about it that way. Shout out. So it makes sense. He wants to be by her side one last time. Because even if, that's the thing, even if Victor were to come out later in like the next rotation, his Juiz is gone. The one he knew, the one he spent all that time with, the one he dedicated his life and, or I suppose, little lies to, is going to die right here, right now. That's crazy. Juiz's death is what I've always wanted. This will set her free. Yep. Darn, I really didn't even think about it like that. I wasn't really thinking. That's crazy. That's crazy. Juiz's death, what I always wanted. This will set her free. But why do I have this urge? I want to help her until she takes her final breath. In exchange of the next loop, I won't come out again. I just need to know. Aw. Brody don't know that's love. Like, I mean, I get it. It's for his character, right? And obviously, if we go back to like Victor way back when, like earlier on in the series, he was a crazy beast. But it's sad to see a man who lived so long, lived through so many lives, not even really understand what love is. It's a bit depressing, really. But do any of us really understand what love is? Or is it just a feeling that ties us together? I don't know. You tell me. I'm sorry. Just trying to get serious, but it's so hard for me. Let's see. I need to understand the feelings. These feelings are that Juiz gave me. It's the love, bro. It's the heart. You see this? You see this right? Wait, that's his right side. You see this? You see this right here? That's your heart. Well, I guess it would be lower because it's your heart. It's like underneath. You see it? It's right here, bro. It's your heart. She gave you a heart. I wonder how many. I wonder. But like, who used the loop and like the arc before them? Like, or not before, obviously Victor never did, but like before Juiz. I don't know. I feel like they may have explained that. I just don't remember. Let's see. Oh, but it's cool to see Andy acknowledge like, yeah, we got to do it. Come right back after you're done. Waiting 4.6 years is 4.6 billion years is my job. Wow. So at least he isn't gonna like put Victor through it one more time for nothing. Like, because legitimately, once again, he's losing everything here. Like, he already had very little. He just had Juiz, but now he's even losing her too. So he's not gonna make him suffer the 4.6 billion. That's nice. That's nice. Right. I thank you. What if he just decided to not give the body back? No. Let's see. Thank you. This is the last time, after all. We'll bet it all on the sacred spirit treasures. Dabuzu? Is this you? Crossing verses? No. We'll bet it all on sacred spirit treasures. It's been 4.6 billion years since we last met. Son. What are these? Those are some big old rocks. Are those really just rocks, though? Like, they look like rubies or some sort. Like, I figured, if anything, like, someone would be releasing, like, heat waves, heat flares, or something like that. Like, like he's covered in these little, what look like mini suns, ironically enough. So I'm shocked he has, like, solid physical projectiles. Interesting. So she's about to call forth what I assume is is it Aegis or Aegis? I feel like it's Aegis. I've heard everyone say I've heard both, really, now I think about it. I'm not sure, but I think that's the Aegis. That's a pretty common, like, shield, I believe, usually in... Actually, now that I think about it, the Aegis, the main thing I'm thinking of, I like referencing who I watch, even though they are all bigger than me. So if you like Smash Bros. Content, go check out Vars 3. He refers to Pybra and Mithra as the Aegis. I'm assuming that's because that's what they're called in their game. I've not played Xenoblade Chronicles 2, so I honestly don't know. But that's the main time I hear Aegis outside of Fire Emblem. And if you need a Fire Emblem YouTuber to watch, go watch Pattis. He's great. He's hilarious. He makes great videos. Go check them out. But let's see. So Vic, he's like, okay, he doesn't want him to do that yet. He wants to take care of the rocks himself. Okay, let's see. Whoa. So how did he? I'm assuming he fired off his fingers or something like that. Because like, then again, how many rocks were there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He only fired off one hand, didn't? Oh well, maybe there's another hand here off screen. Okay, golly, check out the precision on that boy. Them fingers go crazy. But let's see. He stopped them. He really stopped them. That's way more force than he showed against us. So he was holding back. Wow. So even when he was, I mean, I'm not sure how I feel about that. I mean, technically it's a retcon that he's a nice guy in the first place. So it's not necessarily a retcon, I guess. But then why was he trying to slaughter them all? Or at least it seemed like he was trying to slaughter them all. I don't know. That was a weird. In retrospect, now having this version of the character, it's weird looking back at the old one. I'm gonna go reread probably all of early Undead Unluck just to see if I can get a better perspective on the series now, where we are now. Let's see. What is that? What is that? Why is it? Ugh. That looks so wrong. I'm not sure what it. I'm making references to all kinds of video games today. That looks like a life orb from a Pokemon players out there. That looks just like a life orb. But I don't know. The way it's drawn throws me off. Like this imagery of the circle within the circle within the circle within the oval. It's just, I'm not sure. Feels strange. It's throwing me off. Let's see. Here it comes now. Okay, so now they're gonna call for the Aegis. Ooh, okay, the Aegis is strong. Whatever Sun just did, I'm assuming that would be Solar Flare, but not like the Dragon Ball Solar Flare that just blinds you. It's the Solar Flare that probably vaporizes your entire existence based on what it's doing to everything else around it. But it's crazy that the Aegis, the spirit treasure, is so girthy that it could just withstand that. It's different. But let's see. All right. Everyone's shielding, hiding behind. Like it's I get what the emotion that's supposed to be being conveyed here. It's like with like tears streaming down. It's supposed to be shock horror, but I don't know. I can't help but find it a little bit funny. It looks like even Luna does. But oh, once again, I'm not sure. Is that supposed to be a mouth or like a chin? Because it's just, I'm not even sure. Was it smiling before? We don't see Luna in the shot. I'd have to go back to the previous chapter to check. But it's weird. Is that smiling? Superb. It would have been wiped out without that. So I thought for a moment there, Luna was praising Sun. But it looks like Luna is just indifferent. It's like, oh, nice work. They used the right thing. Good. Let's see. A superior artifact. Weapons of my own creation capable of killing Sun. Honestly, one of the 3 sacred spirit treasures. But like, if they don't have this in the next loop, how are they gonna do this? Because they would need this, right? But if Juiz gets reset, how is she gonna have jurisdiction over it? I have no idea. Though interesting. So these beings are capable of creating. I mean, I guess it was implied, but these beings are capable of creating things that can slaughter themselves. That's kind of common, though, now that I think about it. Across a lot of things, for some reason, higher beings, even humans, are very capable and willing of creating things that are able to slaughter themselves. Don't know why, but, Aegis. Yep, it's a shield. That makes sense. But that's interesting. It's not a, I think of Aegis, I think of Blade. What is the Aegis in Fire Emblem? Aether! That's a different thing. What is Aegis in Fire Emblem? I think it reminds me of a shield. But it may also be a sword. I think it's an ability. Whatever. If you haven't tell, if you can't tell, I haven't touched Fire Emblem in a little bit. I just be watching videos on it because why not? But let's see. You hadn't continued the clear quest to preserve Earth up until we're getting. This is one of the. I mean, then again, in JJK we also get dates, but usually in the series you never actually get a real year. Like you always get like 20XX or XXXXX. Like you never necessarily get a proper date. But no, 2020. So this is the year of 2020. Everything went wrong in the year of 2020. Oh. Well, if only they knew. But there would have been no locating that spirit treasure. Wow. I suppose that means it was worth increasing the number of seats at the round table. Very interesting. So yeah, this thing is emoting. Because it's smiling, then it's frowning, then it's smiling again. Interesting. So yeah, then again, it's emoting a lot more than I thought it would. It's way more expressive than Sun. Sun just seems to be a destructive entity. But it's very interesting that Luna is so... It went from sort of this like abstract being like, we are here to play a game, to judge the ability of you humans and the Umas, and to see if you are worthy of being independent and taking care of yourselves. To now it's kind of like, yeah, slaughter my brother, or whatever the relation is. I'm not sure. Like Greek mythology. I'm not sure about Japanese mythology. I know at least main thing Greek and Roman mythology, the sun and moon are brothers, brother and sister at least. So I wonder if that's the same relation here, if they're just two beings that happen to coexist on the same level. Luna seems infinitely smaller than Sun, but once again, the moon is also infinitely smaller than the sun. But who knows? Come forth. Possess. Whoa. And possess Juiz's fireball saber. Rebellion. Oh yeah, it just has a full on. That looks so weird. One, this chapter has so many things just like popped into my brain. But one, this chapter has some amazing art. Like look at this 3/4 spread. Look at this 3/4 spread. Honestly, look at this. Like there's a whole ton of 3/4 spreads in this chapter. It's a beautiful chapter for one, and two. Well, it's a beautiful chapter, and I love the spread, and I love the detailing and the shading and all that. Ugh, this mouth. Like, now, no, I'm no looker myself. I know that. I'm not no top of the line. I'm not a, I was about to say Leonardo da Vinci, Leonardo DiCaprio or anything like that. Or like a Chadwick Boseman. That's just not me. I get that. I'm not a Michael B. Jordan or anything like that. But, jeez, if I laugh like, well, then again, I do laugh kind of ugly. But still, wow. It's something so wrong. The moment they got like, really, the moment they got holes in their face, everything went wrong. Yuck. 2 spirit treasures will be taking on. See, interesting. They don't refer to him as son anymore. They refer to it as deity. I don't know. Is it a higher creature or is it just a name they call themselves? I don't know. So many questions about Luna and Sun. Kind of wish Sun was named Soul. I don't know. I just think Luna, Soul would have been better than Sun and Moon. Like you went out of the way to call her Luna, not Moon. Or I say her as if it's a female when it's probably an androgynous species or whatever it is. But Luna, I'm sorry, it's usually whatever. But regardless, Victor, why me? This sword belongs to you. No, it doesn't. Oh, not since I gave up. Oh, wow. Indeed. Rebellion's power is fueled by vengeance. Jesus never once lost heart nor quelled her rage towards him for even a second. So Juiz, injustice is worthy of wielding it. Imbue the sword with all the hatred you've accrued over the course of those 99 loops. Interesting the different nature of these respective abilities. Like, Aegis is just a simple shield. It doesn't seem to have any sort of sentience or anything like that. But you take one look at Rebellion, and it has teeth. It definitely has teeth, which is weird. But let's see. Imbue the sword with all the hatred. 99. But see, now that weapon's going to be a lot less useful in the next, whoever wields it next, unless it's like Andy using Victor's experience or something like that. Like, I don't know how they expect to wield this blade with a fraction of the efficiency that they're going to wield it with here. Let's see, I'll imbue it with the bitter regrets of my late comrades, with my own powerlessness, and lastly, I'll imbue with the rage of the torment you caused the last 455.4 billion undying years. I will imbue it. You see, like, as epic as this chapter was, and as cool as it is to see them go out like this, I have that weird narrative clairvoyance where I'm like, this is gonna be worthless. This is gonna be pointless. They're all gonna lose. Like, I know for a fact this is not how the story is gonna end. So I don't know. It's kind of sad. However, I swear, if you're too loud. All right, it didn't blow my ears out. One time I put it up to the camera, I think I was leaning too close to it, and it blew up, and I was like, ah! But very, very good chapter. And here's the reason why I think it's worthy. One, the art, like, for some reason, my brain doesn't necessarily put Undead Unluck in the insane art category when I'm talking about, like, insane art. And I think it's just because it has, like, Horikoshi and... I'm sorry, I forget the blue box mangaka's name. Horikoshi Boichi, the blue box mangaka. For some reason, I think their art has an extra unique flavor to it that makes it stand out in my head when I talk about good art. I'm not saying that Undead Unluck doesn't, but like, I guess because 4. Like, it's 4. When I think of Shonen Jump amazing art, I think of those 3. I rarely ever go to 4, but whew, sorry, excuse me. But you can just tell by the beauty of these shots, the different definition and stuff like that. Outside the one weird freaky mouth here, everything here looks gorgeous art-wise. So that's one reason for it to be worthy. 2, the return and justification of the return of Victor. 1, I think he's just a cool character. 2, seeing him come back so he can finally pay back Juiz for all he's done for her and all she's done for him. That's nice. Good to see a guy like this finally realize love in some way, shape, or form, and get to fight alongside his love one last time as she lives a somber death. And evidently, that's the final thing that makes the chapter worthy. This is Juiz's end, like, canonically. Like, no matter what, the Juiz we know, that the Juiz that we've been with since the very beginning of the story is gone here. She's going to be reset with everybody else. She won't be the same person ever again. And that's sad. And it's good to see her go out like this, don't get me wrong. But the tragedy of that story is what makes me love this rebellion all the more. However, enough goriness. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure that little notification bell to miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, I do a Patreon down below. You can support for as low as $1 a month to get things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. Thank you guys so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is That Guy with the Pencil, writing off.